Okay, hi-ho, here we go. We're ready to work, right? Hopefully there'll be some more people pop on. So one thing I was thinking about before I popped on this call was how we have to, as business owners, basically live by the law of priorities. So what is a priority for me in my business may not be the same place you are at, or what's like super pertinent to me may not like completely apply to you. So during these power hours, if you are brand new, then your main goal is to send, share, invite, right? So, hitting your list of potentials, right? Because your main goal at this point is to get as many people as quick as possible to get Plexus to try, right? And so you may not be someone that has a massive list of people with partial PV. Whoops, hang on, sorry, I was trying to mute someone. There we go. You may not have a massive list of people that have partial PV or zero PV. Like if you're not a super old ambassador, you may just have, like, everyone still may have their subs on, ordering and all the things. So I think the first thing that we'll do is reach out to people about the event on Thursday. Sorry, my light is really bright. Let me turn it down just a tad. Whoop. Turn it off. Okay, so let me find. So basically, we're going to be inviting them to the Joyome event on Thursday night. I will post a couple of them in the chat. Hopefully you guys all have a list of people. If you don't have a list of people and you're like, oh, I don't know who to message, go back to your most recent post or Facebook story and look and see who liked or commented. It doesn't have to be a Plexus post. Maybe you did an anniversary post and had 200 people like that post. Right there is your reach out list. Okay, so here's a couple of invites. It's not morning, obviously, so you'll have to tweak this. Hey, I wanted to reach out to you today because I'm having a little online informational event about Joyome, about Plexus, right? So you'll have to tweak this a little bit. It'll be some basic information about our skincare line and some testimonials plus prizes. Okay, so see how I'm tweaking it. Hey, you may win one. Anyway, I'm not sure if it interests you or not, but I was curious if you'd be game for popping on and giving me your honest feedback. Would you be available Thursday at 7 p.m. to check it out? You can say that, or like this other one I said, at the end I said, do you mind if I send over an invite so you can check it out? And when I send an invite, I'm simply sending the link to the group in their messenger once they say yes. The only people I do not ask for permission to either invite them, like just add them to the group, or to send them the actual group, are people that I have either been talking to a long time about Plexus, or they're like customers or ambassadors, like new customers, new ambassadors. I don't even ask permission. I'm like, you're in. Hey, here's this event. This is the link. It's on Thursday night. Make sure you pop in. And who do you know that might be interested? Okay, so let's take 5 minutes and I'll set my timer and we will send out some invites to that event. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go. If you guys have any specific questions, or if you have stuck messages, feel free to put it in the chat and I will answer those. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. So the next thing that we're going to do is actually reach out to some existing ambassadors that just about the kids microbiome stuff. So hopefully you guys have a printout of your ambassador list and your customer list, because that's so helpful to not have to try to think about it in your brain. So hopefully you have that printed out somewhere in your stash of papers. If not, just open up your virtual office while you're working and you can sort your back office by level ones or by customers. Let me join this meeting. Let me find the Zoom ID here, hang on. Okay, so this particular lady that I had chatted with or sent a message to, she has a son that's like a special needs little guy. And so with some people, I'm assuming that they're engaged enough to have seen it. So this is what I said. I'll pop it in the thread. Whoop, that's the meeting ID, hang on, sorry. Let me snatch it from my notes. So basically you're putting the bug in someone's ear about this, okay? So I said, morning, Jen. Hey, excited about the newest release. Robbie may love it. Curious if you've thought of some peeps or mom friends that would be game for trying the Mega Kids products. Because she's more of an inactive person, like she's not actively sharing anymore, but she does have people under her. So I just put the bug in her ear. I'm actually going to screen share because I'm going to show you some of the messages that I have been sending. That actually might just be helpful for you to see because I actually put some graphics with it. And I'll drop these particular messages in the comments. You guys can use them. I actually used a lot of Brooks, but I kind of tweaked them. All right, so for example, with this lady, Natalia is an inactive ambassador. She has 0 PV and has for a long time. I met her in Hawaii. She does have a baby that's like 9 months old. And I said, hey, Natalia, did you see the scoop on the Mega Kids microbiome product released over the weekend? It's a brain gut health drink for kids, and I'm beyond thrilled about it. It's exactly what kids need. Thought you may know some peeps that may want to try this. There are some bulk combos with the kids multivitamin probiotic, plus a free water bottle and fun stickers. I'm offering a free shipping rebate for anyone who wants to give this qualifying combo a try. Do you know anyone who may be game? And then I sent this video of my kids. It's like a boomerang. And then I said, haha, our kids really like it. So I think this is my personal thing, is that I am game for offering a personal special. That's just something that I'm offering. So I rebate them the cost of their shipping. But basically I kind of looked through my people and I marked them. So anyone that has partial PV, I put how much PV they have. And then once they respond back, then I'll basically tell them what their qualifying order would be. The Kids Essentials is $79, which is 45 PV. So basically anyone that's 55 or above would qualify for this. You can write this down if you want, or you can go look it up in your back office. that the kids essentials is 2 and 2. So 2 bags of the microbiome, 2 of the multivitamin, and then stickers in the free water bottle. So that's a great deal, especially for people that have more than one child. The kids essentials pack is only $39. It's worth 30 PV, and that's one of each item. And it doesn't have the free water bottle. And so so I'm targeting people that have 70 PV or more with that. Now, for existing ambassadors, they can also order, or they can order the Family Essentials combo, which I really like those. I actually sent a picture to some of my people that place manual orders every month, but so I know that they're going to place an order. So I'm not necessarily telling those people I'm going to rebate their shipping. Well, let me find one really quick that I did. Oh, here, Chrissy's. So for Chrissy, I said, hey, Chrissy, did you see the scoop on the Mega Kids microbiome product release over the weekend? Really excited about this. And then I sent her a couple of graphics, but I like this one. Did you guys see this one? Is it not going to pull up for me? There it is. So this was actually, I threw this in my stories, and I can send this to the chat threads if you want, but basically it's like our normal little description thing. But I love this one because it has lean, it has slim, microbiome, kids vitamin, and then adult vitamin Mega X. It's basically the triplex plus a bunch of other things. And so that Family Essentials combo is $220. That gives them 185 PV. So someone that's ordering for themselves and their kids, that would be a great one. And then there's a basic family one that's $129, and it's slim, microbiome, Mega Kids, which is one of each thing, and then the X Factor Plus. So the family basic would be for like if mom wants to try slim and X Factor, and then her kid, then she has like one kid or maybe two, and then she just wants to try it for them. So that's worth 110 PV. So if for your 0 PV people that are not commission qualified, or you're trying to get people to restart, that would be a great one. Now the Family Essentials combo and the Family Basics also come as welcome packs. So you have your bigger bulk pack that's worth 100, it's 199 welcome pack, and then there's the smaller pack for 99, and there's the 10% discount code. So I just wanted to share that with you really quick in what I'm sending. So I'm not just sending words, I'm actually sending some graphics. And like Chrissy is a personal friend of mine, so I'm like, I also personalized it, like, hey, how's baby this summer, that kind of thing. So always be relational. We learned that at convention, right? I'm going to share a couple of other examples really quick. So Jill is a really old ambassador of mine, hasn't ordered in a while, but she keeps telling me that it helps her A1C. So I'm like, I don't know when you ever take your slim, because you apparently stockpiled years worth. But anyways, she has grandkids. So I will put the wording for this in the comments, but hey Jill, how are you? I'm not sure if you happen to see the newest Plexus product release, but I'm so excited, I know you have precious grandbabies, and this is something that might interest you. I've always wanted to take good care of my kids' health, and I'm sure you feel the same about your grandkids. Plexus just released a new drink specifically for kids. It's focused on helping their developing brains and boosting gut health. I'm honestly blown away at the science and also how easy it'll be to get this into little ones' bodies. No capsules or yucky drinks, just something that they'll love. I'm wondering if this would be something you'd like to order and send to them to try. I'm doing a free shipping rebate for 100 PV combos that include this. Would you want to check it out? And then I included that little goofy video. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these wordings. And that is not on the team page, but I can put it on there. I found those in someone's stories yesterday. I'll add it to that album on the team page with those specific graphics. That way everyone has them, and you can just crop it if you don't want to have that wording on it. So I'm going to put some of this wording in the comments for you guys. That way you can do it. You can send it out to people. So you're going to have to figure out who you're going to be sending the messages to. I'll just put them in the chat, and you can just copy paste them, save them to your phone if you want, or your computer. And then depending on who the people are, you can customize it for potentials, 70 plus PV people. I kind of already categorize certain people, so I will upload that, and I'll mute. If there's any other specific questions, feel free to put it in the chat. So the next example is someone on my team with 0 PV that does not have little kids. So I tweaked some of these wordings depending on who I was reaching out to. Zero PV with grandkids. Okay, I already included that one. And then here's one that you can send to people. Let's see. I guess in this one to Larissa, she has boys. So I guess I didn't quite edit that correctly, but I said, I thought you might know some peeps that might want to try this. But then at the end, I said, your boys may be perfect candidates for trying this. Wanted to keep you in the loop. Here's a combo that I really like. And then I put that picture of that large family combo pack because I know they love the lean shakes. And so that would give her slim and lean and what else? X Factor Mega X. And then it would give her kids a chance to try. So, oh, that's awesome, Leah. She was able to do a post with the new kid stuff because her kiddo has autism and how much the other products have helped. Yes, very good. And I know Amanda Sy, my assistant, she's going for gold. I think she's one away from gold. And she made a post today, which we learned at convention from Kendra, right, about storytelling. And so she said the whole time she was writing that, she was like, how do I tell a story? Keep the storyline in there. And she just shared about her son's wins with his overcoming his sugar cravings. And like, it was a really vulnerable post, but she's like, oh my word, I've never had this much traction on a post before. I'm like, see, you told a story. And I think also people resonate with kids too. So, but like when you get votes on, what you're posting, that is a good thing to keep in mind of like, okay, that's a post that really garnered a lot of attention. So I don't know. Also, I think maybe algorithms are in our favor today. Sometimes I'm wondering if algorithms are just wonky because sometimes I'll get like 12 likes on a post, and then on another day it's like 150. So I don't know. Facebook can be weird sometimes, but it is good to note the types of things people do tend to like and comment on.
Megan,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and I know we're moving really fast. Is the link for the Joyome event on Thursday the One Team Business event link?
No, that's always the business event, but it's the Let's Learn About Plexus.
Okay.
That's the event,
Okay.
and I can throw it in the comments real quick.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm just putting these wordings in here because then you can save them and have them. So I'm going to mute and we'll keep rolling for 5 minutes, but then you can just see which message applies to the demographic of people that you're reaching out to. I tend to try to keep my demographics the same. So like right now, if I'm reaching out to potentials, like I want to let's message all 10 of those people, not just like hop back and forth and having to copy paste a bunch of different, you know what I mean? So maybe like have a list of the same people. That way you're not, I get squirrely brained if I'm too much bouncing back and forth. Okay, I will be quiet so we can roll. Okay, did you guys get some invites sent out? Did you get some messages sent to partial PV people, hopefully? Yes, yes. If you did, you can type it in the comments and let us know how many you got sent out. I did want to address Amber. Yay, Amber. She printed all the files today from the Momentum Makers. So I just wanted to mention, if you have not printed those files out, I would just highly recommend that you do so, because it's really useful information. So you guys all know, surely, how to find the Momentum group. And then if you click on the files, there's the first one says scripts. Oh, sorry, my internet's unstable. Sorry about that, guys. The first one's titled scripts, but it's basically the My Messaging Handbook, and it has a ton of scripts that you can use that are so fabulous. And it's actually organized by demographic. So like new reach outs, connection messages, you know, when there's a new product release, you know, and it gives you a framework. So I don't know about you guys, but it sometimes can be like an area of avoidance for us when our bandwidth is really tiny and we don't have any creative vibes in us, to just like have a sample message, and we can have it saved on our phone and then blitz it out. So that can save you a ton of time. And I just want to remind everyone, I was talking to someone on Saturday. She's a newer, well, I don't even know that they're sharing yet, but she was asking me about it. And so I said, it's not that hard. Like, this business is insanely simple, like so simple that people miss it because they get ready, and they're in consumption mode and not actually acting. And so I just said, you know, this is what it's about. Make a post, make a list, message, invite. Make a post, make a list, message, invite. And so doing those 4 things before Thursday multiple times is what's going to increase your odds of getting people to say yes, right? And we're not trying to get people signed up at this point necessarily. We're just inviting them to come learn with us. And so I just want to remind everyone, my first goal is always get them signed. So a lot of times, like if they're ready, like I don't postpone it and just say, hey, well, there's an event Thursday night you want to come to. I'll be like, hey, I'm helping people get their orders in tonight. Are you game for getting started? Okay, this is if we've been having an ongoing conversation. And then after they get signed, then I can say, well, hey, we have this event about Joyum and collagen. You know, even if that's not the products that they necessarily ordered, they can at least pop in and learn, right? They're going to get a taste of our culture. They're going to see third-party validation. They're going to hear testimonies. And they'll probably be like, oh my word, I need to try that next time. And hopefully you have already communicated the whole loyalty rewards program thing, where they're going to get perks and be able to go in and get free products because of those little perks for staying consistent with their subscription. And so I tell people, like, hey, I've had people go in and get free Joyum and free collagen just because they have their subscription continuing to run, and it's giving them these free perks. So yes, I'm so glad they're helpful, Amber. So anyways, I just went ahead and posted in the threads about the skincare event, but also it's not just about us getting our own messages sent out, but also raising up the leadership lid of our people. And so if you have some little dabblers, or even have some like hardcore workers that are sharing Plexus, assume that they are already inviting people, and you can send them a little message and say, you know, hey, Jamie, so excited about Thursday night's event. I would love to hear who has said yes to it already, or who you already have invited. Because guess what? If they haven't invited anyone, they're gonna be like, oh my word, she assumes that I'm inviting people. I need to get on it, right? And so always assume the positive, that they are inviting people. And also, I think it also just changes our brain space a little bit when it's not just about us and our potentials, but like who on our team is adding people, because you'll get duplication rolling if you get your 25 invites sent, but then you also help 3 other people get their invite sent. That's 100 reach outs that you guys as a team have sent out. And guess what happens when you increase the number of reach outs? You're going to increase the number of signups. And it's not just you getting 100 reach outs in, it's actually your team helped you get 100 reach outs. You know what I mean? And then they can get duplicating that with their people also. Okay. Alrighty. So do you guys feel like you need some more time to send out some invites? Or should we go through to another group of people? Or are there any questions that have popped up? Have you gotten some feedback?
Megan, where did you get the graphic with the family pack? Did you get it off of in the back office?
I actually found it on Trisha Rieger's Facebook or Instagram stories, and I screenshotted it. And actually, Carrie asked me if there were any. I am uploading it at this moment to the album, the welcome pack graphic album. Boom, I just added it, so you're good. You have complete access, and you can just crop out those words if you don't like them. But I just threw them in my Instagram stories after I did another boomerang of my kids trying my second sample. I got a little package with 2 samples, and they keep bugging me, Mom, can we try it? Can we try it? I'm like, okay, but don't try it. I have to at least market it. So go get on your masks and your capes. So yeah, so once those come in the mail for you guys, make sure you're totally marketing that, because that's huge. And it's not just for people that have kids. Also, you can just be asking, like, who do you know that might be interested in this? Because a lot of times people know that, like, have friends that have kids with ADHD, autism, or even if they're healthy kids and don't have any, specific gut brain necessarily weaknesses going on. All kids benefit from more DHA, omegas, better gut health, right? So hopefully you guys found those wordings helpful. I know I was finding them really helpful today. So if you haven't run through your back office, some of you are not branding new. So you might have some either zero PV people that have potential to restart, or some partial PV people, or even people that have kids. Like, even if they've placed an order this month, don't assume like that they wouldn't try it. Not everyone sees the team page stuff. Not everyone sees tags. So unless you're actually personally texting or messaging them, they may not know about the Microbiome Kids stuff that just got released. The other demographic of people not to forget about would be your customer list. So I feel like it's easier for customers to like come and go, and it's more of a like filtering through process, right? A bathtub. But swinging back to those people is always a beneficial thing. And you can just, tweak one of those wordings that we sent in there. Any questions pop up so far? Okay, the next thing that I want you guys to do is to pick 1 to 3 people in your team that you can message a simple message to about making a post. And this is something I feel like I verbalize this a lot, but I think it's probably good to just repeat, because the more you hear it, the easier it's going to be for you to internalize that and say the same things. And so the way I help people duplicate is I don't necessarily just plug them into a group and let them roll. I've found that that's actually really overwhelming to people unless they're specifically joining for a business and they're business minded, or they have like a really big reason. Most people need a little bit more hand holding than that. And so I'm willing to do that to handhold them to get to silver, right? And so one thing that I'll do is, maybe I'll check back in with them and say, hey, I'd love to hear what your wins are so far with Plexus. I would love to hear what you're noticing, what your feedback is. And then, sometimes they'll mention like, oh, it's helping me with sleep, and maybe this isn't a big win, but like I've noticed my sugar cravings are better. And then I celebrate the heck out of that. I'm like, oh my word, that is so exciting. I'll put some emojis or like a GIF of like someone happy dancing. And then I'll say, hey, well, if I sent you what to say, would you make a little post? And I actually will have them do this when I'm signing them up. If I'm on the phone with them, I'll just say, hey, have you thought of anyone that this could help? Like, make yourself ask that question, because if you're not asking that question, you're missing a key link to your people. It's not like once you get the sign up process done that you're good to go and you're check check mark onto the next person. It's actually a really key piece to be asking them who they know, because they will automatically start to think of people after that conversation because you've asked them that question, even if they tell you they don't know of anyone that could help. The other thing that I'll often say before we pop off is I'll just say, hey, if I sent you what to say, would you be game for making a little post on Facebook? And I usually say, I have people do this all the time. And a lot of times what happens is they have some other people in their circle that also want to get healthy. And so it's this like little win-win thing where you can get some accountability partners going. You can earn that June stimulus and you don't have to budget for your products for the next couple months. So does that sound like something you'd be game for? And more often than not, they say, sure. And so I will literally send them what to say. And it'll be a message like, hey, I'm so excited. My friend Megan shared these all natural supplements with me. They've helped her with her gut health, her kids' skin and allergies, and whatever, joint pain or immune health. I'm looking forward to getting healthy this summer, and I was just curious who else would be game for this. Something to that extent. If I know specifically what their health goals are, sometimes I'll actually type those out. Hey, I want to drop 20 pounds. I'm looking to improve my immune system, and I want to get rid of these pesky allergies. Just curious if anyone else in my circle would like to do this with me. And then from there, I help them work the post, because people aren't not everyone is naturally intuitive in light of, oh, I got 5 people that liked my post. You have to initiate with those people. And so a lot of times I'll say, oh my word, you just got 5 likes. Let's go message those people. Here's what you can say to them. And then I'll send them, I'll type out a message and say, okay, send this to them. Hey, Vanessa, thanks so much for liking my little post about the supplements I'm trying. Just curious if I've ever tried them. Or, hey, I was just curious, do you take Plexus also? Just some sort of little spark message that ends with a question. So it's not like anything earth shattering, but sometimes either you've done Plexus so long that you're just unconsciously, competent, you just roll with it. Other times you're someone that didn't need handholding and it came very natural to you to network with the people that had, commented or expressed interest on your post. Not everyone's like that. So I think we have to be Johnny on the spot as ambassadors and helping these people go silver, and helping them even get a +1, and putting it on their brain space. Something else that I often say is, hey, do you have a ride or die friend? So like as I'm getting them signed up or as we're chit chatting, I'm just like, as the phone conversation is winding down, a lot of times they'll be like, do you have a ride or die friend that would do this with you if you ask them to? Like sometimes it's easier for people to go silver than we even like put out there. Some people, like, they have 3 friends they could literally call up and say, you're doing this with me, let me help you get started. You know what I mean? Other people maybe not, but it's worth asking, like, hey, would your mom, your mother-in-law, your hubby, your BFF, your sisters, a couple aunts, like, some people have a really, really close family relationships where they have that in with people. And so it's worth asking the question, because sometimes people can go silver or get their double stimulus within an evening just by contacting a few friends. Even if they say they do, I'll just be like, well, hey, would you be game for calling him tonight and just asking him, or texting him and say, hey, I'm starting this and I need accountability. Would you do it with me? And then call them. And then often I would do the sign up for them because they don't necessarily know how to do it for people, right? Or if I've walked them through the process, then I'm like, okay, well then here, you're going to walk these people through the process. So I do have the little sticky notes posted. I feel like I've beat a dead horse with my whole Post-it note system, but don't just put up your Post-it notes for your level 1s. You need to be, oh, here, look at, I wrote this girl's name down last night. Justin just signed her up for the business. I'm like, babe, Melissa, we need to get her silver before the end of the month. Like, who is she signing? She's joining for this business, and she's like super confident. So, she's confident that she can get 3 people, but I'm going to put her up on my board because I want to have a visual of who else do I need to, check in with? Who else do I need to host an event for? Who else do we need to go back and wake up those 3-way messages with? Okay, did I post? Okay, here, I got off track. Now we're going to post or send 1 to 3 messages to people on our team about making a post. Okay. And you can gauge whether you want to ask them to make a post or if you want to ask them if they'd be game for hosting a Zoom. You kind of have to gauge it by the person. If they're a super shy, introverted person, maybe Zoom isn't the best idea for them. But if they are someone that's, maybe they would be totally game for you hosting a little Facebook party for them, right? So I'm going to post that in here and we'll take a few minutes to send that out. You can tweak accordingly. Whoops, that looks like a partial message. Sorry. Here, forget that I sent that first one. Okay, so here's the wording. Hey, I'm excited for you to get started and fall in love with these products. In my experience, it doesn't take long and you're going to be so happy with the choice you made. Because you're new, you qualify for some really awesome stuff. And the way I look at it is you may as well take advantage of this. There are 2 things I know for sure about June. There's never been a better time to join because of the huge discounts Plexus is offering. And when I joined, I paid full price. It was worth every penny of it, but I'm excited that people have a chance to save so much this month. The second thing is that you are eligible for some referral bonuses in June. So that's the next part. Okay, so basically it's like the third part is first in that chat. So, and then it's the first and then the second part. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's a whole message that you can send out. You can send it in chunks if you want. But basically find 1 to 3 new people that you can send that to. And marks, get set, go. I'll set the timer for 5 minutes. And again, if you're so new that you don't have anyone signed up yet and you're popping on this power hour for the first time, then you can just invite people to the event on Thursday night. And that wording is, if you scroll up, or if you need me to repost it, I can. But it's the very first one that we did tonight, just to reach out and invite them to the Joyum Collagen event on Thursday. Okay, there's 5 minutes. I messaged Allison about hosting a little event. She actually is someone that was a customer from under me for a long time, and then finally she upgraded like 6 months ago. And then she saw that post everyone was posting, that magic post of like, "Hey, try my pink drink." And so she messaged. She actually called me, like video called me or whatever. We were going to a picnic. I'm like, Allison's calling me weird. So I answered it. She's like, "Hey, I'm seeing that post that everyone's posting, and like a lot of people are commenting." She's like, "I'm thinking I should post it." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, she had never posted before. I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And so we're just following up with her people. She has a lot of people and through a chats with me. And I told her to go back and wake those up. And so she is. I sent her wording, and we ended it with, "Hey, we're helping people get orders in tonight. Does this sound like something you want to try?" So being really specific and asking point blank, "Are you willing to try this?" But we did offer a special, so we'll see. But I just messaged her. I'm like, "Hey, we need to host an event for you." Some of these people that are wishy-washy, if they're not going to say yes tonight, then we're going to at least get them into an event so they can learn more. So there are 2 minutes left in this power hour. So I want to just open it up to anyone that would like to share a win from your messages tonight, or if you have a specific question or a stuck message and you're not exactly sure where to go from here. Just feel free to unmute, or you can pop it in the thread, the chat thread if you want.
Hey, Megan, I wanted to unmute a minute ago and ask you a real quick question. I was messaging people earlier today and following up with people that I sent the triplex video to.
Mm-hmm.
And this one lady said she wasn't interested right now. I was wondering, I saw someone do it, and you may remember who or where I can get the like exact wording for, similar wording for. But I was wondering if I could ask her to like make a post on Facebook to try to see if I can get people from her group, maybe that she's like from her circle, and see if, hey, would you post about my gut health supplements and say that I'm looking for people. It seems like I heard someone do that here a while back, but I wasn't sure what was what and how to exactly go about that, because I didn't want to like botch it kind
Oh
of
yeah.
thing.
You kind of cut out, so I missed part of that. Is she someone that's with another company?
No, she has a different circle of friends than I do.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a few friends that overlap, but not a whole lot. And so I was wondering if, if she posted like on her Facebook wall and tagged me that I'm looking for people that want to get healthier, like how to go about that.
Is she already on the products? Sorry, I missed a little bit of the story.
No, she said she had watched the triplex video and she's not interested right now.
Okay. Then I would ask for referrals. And just say, "Hey, no worries." And obviously she said not right now. Did you happen to get any health goals from her?
She didn't really share too much um about that, but she did say she would give referrals, which is why I'm
Oh,
thinking I might have her post on her Facebook wall about Plexus
okay. Yeah, if she said that
and that
she'll,
I'm looking.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, if she said that, then I would feel definitely an open door to just say, "Hey, that's totally fine. I know it's all about timing for people." And a lot of times I'll use my own story. Like, it took me almost 2 years to say yes after multiple friends kept reaching out to me about it. I just didn't have enough information. But if you're game for sending me some referrals, I would love to. And then maybe sweeten it for her even and say, offering her a free product or some sort of little gifty or something. But you might just say, "Hey, would you be game if I tagged you in a post? That way, maybe some people in your network might see that. And I'm sure you have some people that are looking for wellness solutions or looking to, improve their gut health, their skin, or get more energy or lose some weight this summer. What's your thoughts about that? Does that sound like something that would be helpful, Amber, or does that sound like something that you feel like you could reach out to her and ask?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally it's kind of, she's definitely like giving me referrals. So I think if I took it to the next step and saying, "Hey, could I tag you in a post and
Hmm.
go from there?"
Yeah, yeah, I would try that for sure. And the other thing is, you might just mention to her, like, if you think of some people that could benefit from this, she may be even game for letting you host an event for her, even though she's actually not on the products. She may be willing to co-host and just be like, sure, like I'll host a little party for you. And then maybe you can give her some kickbacks
Oh,
from that.
oh, yeah, I
And,
could because I'm actually going to step out and do my first um event by myself on Thursday night.
oh, awesome.
Facing the fear. Facing the fear.
um, so yeah, maybe she would be open to that. And then if there's people from that event that are actually her people, her referrals, you could just say, I'll sign them under you. It's only $10 right now to join Plexus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll ask if she would be do a Facebook post or do an event and give her should I give her that option?
I would probably just say ask for the Facebook post first.
Okay.
And then
Okay. I'll
you,
do that.
you can see how that goes. And then I mean, you don't want to
Mhm.
hound people, but at the same time, you could in a couple days or over the weekend be like, oh my word, I just had this idea. Tell me what you think. And then you could like pop the whole like host a little party for me type thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I plan on doing more than one party because I'm gonna start setting my first one up tonight. So
Yeah. Yep. And there's some templates. Actually, Angie Brazetti has one that's really great. She said it's only like 3 or 4 posts. And she said it's working really well for Jennifer Leaf and her team. And it's actually how some of these girls have gone emerald really fast. It's these little teeny tiny short blitzy events. And then basically on the last post, in order to enter a prize, then they're sharing their health goals. And then immediately after, you're getting in 3-way chats with them and your sponsor and talking to these people and getting them signed up. So if you want access to that template, I can
okay.
get that shared.
Awesome. Mm,
Okey
okay. Plan now. Thank
doke. Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks guys for popping on. I will get the recording up and we will work on creating some momentum and working on all of these rank ups and point goals till the end of June. All right. Have a great night, guys. Bye bye.